this lovely sized wrap at only £6.90. Where I come from in London, that's a fucking mortgage. Guys, we have made it to the last letter, and we are saving the last letter for the last letter. We are at Z. Good morning from not so sunny Glasgow. Now, in this video, you have read the title right. We are going to do something that we haven't done on this channel before, and it is a challenge. Let me go through a quick rundown of the rules. This is an eat the alphabet day. So we have one day, 26 letters, 26 foods and drinks. The rules are you cannot have more than one letter on a plate. So you cannot take a fried breakfast and cross off E for eggs and S for sausage and B for bacon. It's a breakfast. So that is 26 dishes. We can have drinks, but we're not going to just go all out for drinks. We're going to have a couple of refreshments, something that stands out. The rest is all food. I've got my uncle with me helping me out. So this is 26 dishes in one day, if you will. It is like a marathon. 26 miles, 26 letters. But we're not actually doing the miles. It's just the letters. And we're going to see what we do. We've got reservations for lunch somewhere. We're hitting a street food market as well. We may need to call the police later on as well. And we're going to see if we can get it all done. Now, the rules are, like I say, one dish, one letter. However, if we start struggling, the rules go out the window. You just need to get the letters done. Right, so first up on the alphabet, we have got a latte for my uncle, which he might bring into camera now. There we go. Look, he's back. He's back. Also have an espresso. So we're not going to go L and E. That's too easy. So we're just going to cross off coffee. Right, so that's C done. But we are also doing this stunning apple Danish. Now, we've had a debate whether we're going to cross off Danish or pastry. And we're going to cross off pastry. So we've done C and we've done P for breakfast. And this is massive. We got one to share, because obviously, as you can imagine, we're eating an awful lot of stuff today. And this is sticky. And actually, it is packed with apple as well. I'm messy. Napkins. That is flaky, buttery, sweet apple, really nice caramel. Coffee to start the day. It is pissing down outside, so you probably see me filming a lot indoors today. And coffee's lovely. What I love about here, when you walk in, you order your coffee, you get an option of beans you want. So they have like Brazilian, Tanzania, I can't remember the third. They always have like 3 options of bean, which is amazing to choose from. So if you have a personal favorite, it's a real, like, it's a real coffee fan place. Pastry's delicious. That's 2 off the list to start already. We're going for lunch somewhere. It's going to be a few plates. I'm really looking forward to lunch. And yeah, can't wait to show you. So we started with Hinba coffee roasters, not far from where we stayed, for an awesome pastry and coffee. Crossed off the list, 2 down, 24 to go. Now I will stipulate, the idea today is we want to try and do it without going to anywhere other than independent event spaces, traders, restaurants. There's not going to be a Tesco or a Banana Leaf or a Sainsbury's or a fucking Gales or a Pret-a-Manger crap. It is literally going to be independent, individual businesses. And if we fail doing that, we fail doing that. I really want to showcase how easy or how difficult it is to go around the city and only supporting local traders. So I should have stipulated that at the start, stipulated it now. We're on our way to the next stop. This is going to be an exciting one. I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this for ages. We haven't done a lot of research. We just had this place booked for lunch because we had to get a reservation. Everything else is just as and when we find it. And honestly, the city is stunningly beautiful. The next up along here behind me is a place called Tassos. Now these are independent Greek souvlaki. We went for a chicken souvlaki, no tomato because I don't like tomato. However, this lovely sized wrap is only £6.90. Where I come from in London, that's a fucking mortgage. £6.90. It's on the student campus. But I can imagine a few students coming back late at night to get this. I don't know how I'm going to fit this in my gob. First thing you get there is that tzatziki. Creamy, garlicky, cucumbery. And then the seasoning on the top. And it's like, kind of almost tastes a little Cajun. It's paprika. There's oregano, there's salt, nice skinny chips. That at 11:30 in the morning is a great breakfast, and it's just right, kind of crunchy edges. It is soft. Guys are super friendly. I'm just thinking of words to say, so the cameraman can't get any. That is bloody brilliant though. Unreal. You grab napkins. Oh, either napkin dispensers or... Oh. I haven't seen anyone open their drawer that wide since Bonnie blew in that last spot. You have to open the drawer wide with this. So Tassos, right on the grounds of the university. The buildings are awesome. I can see why there was inspiration for them to put some of the actual buildings and cemeteries in Glasgow into that latest Batman movie. But the gyros itself was really, really good. The meat was succulent, but also crispy bits, which was great. Tzatziki was plentiful and creamy. The seasoning on the top was amazing, and the pita was really, really good. Probably the best sized gyros I've had. Not trying to overload it, not trying to make it impossible to eat anything else, and just out and out delicious.
Hi, so my name's Conor McGady. I'm one of the owners of Corner Shop, wine bar and restaurant here in Glasgow. So we have been opened only for about 7 or 8 weeks now, so we're not even into our second month. It feels a lot longer. We're really, really fortunate that since opening there's been a great response and we've been incredibly busy. A little bit about the restaurant, we kind of started with the idea of being a wine bar. I got a friend of mine, Alex Brady, who's our head chef, to come on board. I had done some work with Alex in Falcon Kitchen, Falcon Dining in Glasgow, and he was currently just taking a job in Seb's. He'd also worked at Bar Brett, which is another great restaurant here in Glasgow. I was there as the manager for a while. Alex was there just before me, so we were friends and we knew each other through the industry, and I knew that if I was going to do something that had any sort of food offering, we were going to take it seriously, and I wanted a really good chef. So we got Alex on board, and pretty quickly the idea went from being, you know, simple small cold plates to go with wine, to why don't we do some really nice Basque, Catalan inspired food. It's not something we see a lot of up here. We love places like Barafina down in London. He spends a lot of time in Spain, I spend a lot of time in Barcelona and the south of France, and we just think that food goes really well with wine. So yeah, we went down that road, and before we knew it we were opening a restaurant and not a little neighbourhood wine bar. But we still tried to keep that feel of like a sort of casual neighbourhood wine bar, but with nice attention to detail and really good service, you know, as we are used to in the restaurants that we've ran and worked in the past. So a few things that you see in the menu that people are really enjoying is like the pan con tomate, which is not really a traditional pan con tomate, but our sort of take on it. We get a nice pan loaf, we would call it in Glasgow, sliced from a Catalan baker actually that lives here in York Hill in the neighbourhood. We fry that in the plancha. We do like a confit garlic with some yeast extract, some marmite in it, so it's like super savoury, really umami. And Alex's thinking behind the tomatoes was we don't get tomatoes that are as good as you get in Spain. We'll use little sun-kissed yellow tomatoes, and we'll do a lacto fermentation for a couple of days just to enhance the natural sort of MSG and the natural glutamate that you find in the tomatoes, and just make them like really tasty, I guess. Our jamon croquettas have been really popular. We do a lot of proteins and lots of nice whole fish that we cook over fire. And I guess that kind of takes us to this weekend, which is Metopia for the first time here in Glasgow. We were really lucky that Molly, one of the organisers, came in with a good friend of ours, Nick Watkins, who has El Perro Negro. And he's cooked at 3 Metopias, I think, in London. He's cooking this weekend in Glasgow, and he brought Molly into the restaurant. She loved it and said, look, a couple of spaces have opened up, would you guys like to join? And here we are this weekend, and amongst some amazing chefs, some of our peers that we are, you know, really happy to have in Glasgow, and we had a couple of them in the restaurant last night, like Pat Martin and Lee from Black Axe Mangal, who are absolute legends and people that we really look up to in this industry. It's so cool to see them in the city and coming into Corner Shop.
So first up, I went for the XL anchovies with a glass of cava. I just spilled that everywhere. They have a little bit of olive oil, lemon, and then it looks like fresh oregano leaves. I'm a massive anchovy fan, and these look delicious. That is an amazing anchovy. Soft and salty. A little pop of fresh herb from that oregano, and then a little pop of citrus as well. Helps really cut through the saltiness of the anchovy. Washed down with a glass of cava. Which is bubbly, sparkling, dry. That's a perfect combination. A strong start. We get through a few letters here. So this is the felicitate. I think it's felicitate. Let me have a look at it. Yeah, there's a felicitate orange wine, and it is very citrusy. I'm not a wine drinker. I don't know why I sniff it like I know what I'm doing. Look at the legs on that. Oh. But it is very orangey, citrusy, sweet. It's a delicious wine. Mixed with the cava. We should have done a drink to the alphabet. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a drink to the alphabet. 26 drinks in one day. Might kill me. But have to do that when we get the food. Yeah. During Metopia. We'll do 2 separate videos in the same day. Eat the alphabet and drink the alphabet. So, 52 letters. Ooh, I keep throwing something forward every time I do that. So, next up is the letter O for olive. It tastes like a nocellara. Really nice, not very briny. This isn't going to fill me up either, which is good. The tactical choices. That's what we need. So, for L, it's Lindos Farm oysters. Now, I did already do one of these, and I didn't film it. So I had another one. So Lindos Farm is an Irish farm oyster. And this is absolutely delicious. So nice, I ordered another one. A lemon and pepper mignonette. And they make the mignonette to order for every single oyster, which is incredible. And it's so good. So next up was the Serrano ham and melon. It is a compressed melon, super thinly sliced, and ham. And again, they got a few little bits of that fresh oregano on there. It's clean, it's fresh, there's a little fattiness to it. It is an unreal flavour combination. Fun from the Serrano ham, a little sweetness from the melon, not too sweet. Absolutely delicious, with a little bit of fat on that ham to render, and then just a good amount of olive oil. Perfect. One more letter down. So next up is the jamon croquetta. I love a croquetta. Oh. That is a perfect croquetta. That is so gooey inside. Salty, gooey, crunchy, warm, fried. Thick. So next up was the pan con tomate. They use a yellow tomato that they dry slightly and then ferment, lacto ferment. It's also got confit garlic with the yeast extract. So it's all about enhancing the natural like MSG umami flavors from within those tomatoes. That is really, really good. I'm not the biggest raw tomato fan, but that does have an element of like Marmite on toast. Loads of flavour from that yeast extract. A little garlic, cold tomatoes, warm toast. That is outstandingly good. Oh my god. That is juicy as well. Let it down. So next up is their tortilla, their classic tortilla, with a burnt onion. Oh sorry, it was an onion and garlic with an onion and lager puree, gooey in the middle, high sear on the outside, which is a little different to what you normally see with them. Normally they cook them really slow so you don't get the colour, but here it's got the colour on the outside. Gooey, creamy, eggy, a little saltiness on that puree is so good. And like I say, that sear on the outside is a little different. Normally they cook it really slow so you don't get any colour, but I actually kind of like that sear. It has like a crispy edge of like a fried egg. It is ridiculously good in flavour and the texture. That is a strong omelette tortilla. So next up was their albondogas, which is great to see on like a single skewer like this. Oh, that tomato sauce is unreal. Meatball itself tastes like it might be a mix of beef and pork. A little aioli on there. That tomato sauce is like rich, it's spicy, it's peppery. The flavours are insane. It's so good. The next up was meant to be the lion's mane, but it's actually a grey oyster mushroom with a burnt onion, sage sauce, and wild garlic and some spring onions. It kind of tastes like buttery toast. You know, charred onion, you got some sweet onion, earthy mushroom, really buttery sort of sauce. It's outstanding, but honestly, it reminds me of well toasted piece of bread with some butter on there. It has an element of that sort of butter toast, and the flavours are unreal, and the texture of the mushroom is amazing. I can't fault this place at all. There hasn't been a single thing I've not liked. It's unreal. So last dish at Corner Shop is a homemade raspberry sorbet doused in cava. And it is divine. That is boozy, sweet. The flavour of the raspberry is incredible. This is the perfect way to end a meal. And honestly, I can't recommend Corner Shop enough. They've been open about 8 weeks. It's probably one of my favourite meals of the year so far. Great people, great vibes, great food, great wine selection. And yeah, it's the little nuances that they have with their dishes, like the little lacto fermenting of the tomatoes, or the addition of the yeast, or like the compression of the melon with the Serrano ham. All these little things just elevate everything to remarkable levels. Honestly, it's incredible. Take away the fact that we're doing an eat the alphabet, it's like just an unbelievable meal. And honestly, I would come back to Glasgow just to eat here. It is unreal. Unreal. Honestly. I think for the day we're through 15 letters, 11 to go, so going to take a little break and a walk if it doesn't keep raining, and then we'll move on to the last few. So guys, corner shop was incredible, amazing food. We crossed off a lot of letters. Guy's a legend there, go check him out. We are now down with the legend that is Anthony Bourdain, RIP. We're down at the Dockyard Social. This is street food and beer in a massive hall. Come down here to get a few more dishes and to see what they've got, and hopefully cross off a few more letters, because we are getting close. But I'm telling you, the bellies are filling up.
Very much so.
So, do we have another 11 inners? Let's find out. Oh, confidence, man, fucking hell. I don't know if I got the confidence that you've got right now, but we might get there. Awesome.
So basically what we're doing is we're replacing the vermouth and a negroni with buckfast. Because obviously it's a fortified wine, it's sweet as well.
Yeah. So, we're having more drinks to cross the letters off. However, this is a negroni, but we're crossing off the letter B because it is a buckfast negroni. I asked the barman, I went, look, we want something with iron brew or something with buckfast. He has made a buckfast negroni, called it the Ned-groni, because apparently Ned here means you're like a chav. He'd never tried it before, but he was thinking about it the other day. Oh, it's very bitter, still like a normal Negroni. There's a little more melonness with that buckfast in there, and it is really, really good. So, we now have another Negroni with buckfast. We now have iron brew. So we now have an iron brew spagliato. So we now have crossed off I and B. I'm gonna give it a little stir with my finger. That's the best one. That adds such a sweetness to it. Unreal. And then an undertone of bitter afterwards. That is phenomenal. Big up the barman here at Dockyard Social that made this. If you are watching, it was awesome, honestly. Crossed off 2 letters, 2 cocktails, and they had dynamite. And the vibes in here are really good. Like, if you just pan around and have a look, it is absolutely huge in here. And it is just a wicked space. Really is just cool vibes, good lighting, just massive. Unbelievably good. And the gimbal is like working overtime here. So, but that's 2 more. We're gonna get some food here as well, cross off another couple. But we can see the finish line, light at the end of the tunnel, which is good because I might get pissed before I finish these. So next up is Kalua pig from Far Out Bow. This is literally a shredded Kalua pig with barbecue sauce, pickled pineapple, and they're massive, man. Oh god. That is tender and sweet. It's fruity with the pineapple. And that pork is bloody delicious. Right? It is messy to eat. Oh, that's difficult to eat. Well, that is so, so good. There's another letter down, and we're filling up. But with food this good, we'll persevere. Next up, letter W. We got wings from McFly's. These are a buffalo wing. We got some pickled celery and blue cheese crumbled on top. The chicken itself is really juicy. The breading is a little soft. It's not like hugely crunchy because of the sauce. But the sauce itself is delicious. It's vinegary, it's spicy. It was a great wing, man. I'd like the breading to be a bit crispier. With that much sauce, I don't mind. So next up is Chloe Cooks. So we have crossed off queso because there is queso on it. However, technically it's in a elote, it's a cup of corn, but Q is hard to get. So this is basically a cup of sweet corn. It's got tahini in there, coriander, lemon, mayonnaise, queso, and it is personally one of my favorite things. The steam on that suggests I'm gonna die, but I'll try it. Aside from the fact that the corner shop was so fucking good earlier, nothing will beat this. This is like, I've said it in multiple videos, this is comfort food for me. This is the one thing that I love. Corn, citrus, cheese, mayo, spice. It's fucking lovely. I'll pick that over a 5-star meal a lot of the time. And I'd be very, very happy with it. I think we're up to like 24. Got 4 to go. No more drinks. We've done 6 drinks. I ain't gonna do any more because I don't want to cheat. I don't want you in the comments saying I'm cheating by just drinking. We've got 4 to go. We're ending on a special one. That leaves 3 for us to find. And we've got a 40-minute walk to the next site. So we've got time to walk this off and find the other 3. We'll catch you in a bit. We've just walked down a little alleyway behind me here, and in there was a taco place, antique shops, a few other cool little like bric-a-brac places. There was fashion places, a zen room, all really, really cool, all little independent shops on like a little hidden street. So we stopped at Simbas sweet shop and we got happy flowers. That's H off the list, and again it's another independent supplier. Cannot wait to try these. I got my little helper here opening them up for me. But again, it's the aspect of independent. I don't want to have large corporations. Granted, things like Buckfast and Iron Brew are corporate, but they're then being purchased from an independent supplier. The happy flowers actually have little happy smiley faces on them as well. Oh, they're harder than I thought they were going to be. They're really hard chewy. Sweet, chewy, sugary, happy, like us. And if you're happy watching the video, give it a like and a thumbs up. And also we're doing 26 letters, and that's about how many of you, percentage-wise, are subscribed. That means there's 74% of you that are not subscribed. So subscribe, or this guy here is going to come and hunt you down. And he's not going to bring happy faces. He's going to bring not so happy faces. So hit that button. I appreciate it. So, stick with me guys. We have struggled with N, U and Y. And we have walked around everywhere. We stumbled across the eggless cake shop. And they do a Ferrero Rocher cake. Now, why is Ferrero Rocher being put in as an N? Well, Ferrero Rocher contains a hazelnut, which is a nut, and that is as tangible a link as we need for this, because we're struggling. And it is getting absolutely everywhere right now. That is deliciously nutty. That is a behemoth. Now, it's only a $5. That is 24 down. 23 down, 3 to go. But that is as questionable an N as I would allow myself to get away with. But shh. We have another one. This is a yeast bun from a Polish food shop, independent, filled with a poppy seed paste. Poppy cheese is lovely. And it has such a great flavour all the way through. See how much is in there. It's delicious. There's little bits of candied orange in there as well. You get a little orange zest. Really, really tasty. All that poppy seed ground up. It was so hard to find a Y. But we have two left. We have U and we have Z. I'd love to say that U is already here while you're watching this, but it doesn't count. We still need to find one more food item before we get on to the Z. That's nice, that is filling me up. Finally. The last dish, which is the Z, isn't technically the last dish. It's going to be the last dish in the video, but this is our last dish. We had got to just U, didn't know what to do. We were struggling, we were tired. It's been 8 hours we've been out here filming. We finally found some stir-fried udon noodles from Crazy Wok. This is it. This is the 26th dish. And I haven't even got cutlery. So we are going. Oh, that's really nice. It's a bit simple, a bit plain, because it's just plain udon. But you can really taste the smoke on there, like the wok aspect. Guys, we have made it to the last letter, and we are saving the last letter for the last letter. We are at Z, which is at the cheese box for the legend that is raclette cheese. Hi, how you doing, man? You good? Oh, we're wicked. We're happy we're here now. The final stop is the cheese box for a zappy kanka. This is basically a salted butter, mushroom-based sandwich with load of cheese grilled. That spicy mayo is really good with it. It is literally soft bread, gooey cheese, mushroom base in there, gives it an earthiness, spicy mayo, oil from the cheese has just started to melt. It is messy, but the best foods are. That is 26 alphabet letters in one day. Forget about it. It's so good. That is really good, man. After 25 dishes, to still have room and say that something's good. Normally, 25 dishes, you don't want to see any more food, but that is delicious.
I'm going to tell that for nobody. He's going to think that this is all Robert's.
It is so good, man. You want to try some?
Yeah.
And that's it. That is the hardest thing I've done on YouTube in 2.5 years. That is a slog. Now, if you enjoyed it or you want to see something similar, like, put in the comments if you have an idea for a challenge that I've overlooked. I have a few other challenges coming up that I like the idea of, but this was fun. This was great fun. Hope you've enjoyed it. As always, really appreciate you guys. I do this because I have a passion for food and showing it to other people. This was just a little bit of a crazy, stupid, somewhat insane idea, but we did it, we got it done, thoroughly enjoyed it, had some great food along the way as well. Tired, need to sleep, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.